Hello, my friends, my dear audiences. Welcome to the show, Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. It was in April we did one show. As a matter of fact, every year on the day, exact day of Earth Day, we do a show. So did we last April. We had invited my good friend, Dr. Ed Huang, to come here to share his scientific and practical point of views about environmental protection. And today, on the first day of the plastic bag issue, July the 1st, once again, I have invited him to come over here. Dr. Ed Huang, welcome to the show, please.
Thank you, Jack.
And also, there's another reason. 2 days ago, I saw the message on the news that Dr. Huang was invited by the China Dalian Ocean University or Marine Institute, that kind, to be their professor, right? The professor of honor.
As a so-called dark blue scholar.
I see. That's a big event. I saw photos and report in profusion about Dr. Huang and his contribution to the world, the whole world global concept of environmental protection. As a matter of fact, Dr. Huang started very early. As early as 2005, I recall, I went to visit one of his masterpieces, which is the greenhouse model that he built himself. We talked about it. Once again, we want to emphasize it. Still today, we want to talk about. First, back to your education background, though. I know you have a degree of a doctor in urban study, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe what is urban study, please?
Urban study is a study of various phenomena relates to urban development. As you know, nowadays, the environmental pollution, one of the main causes of environmental pollution is urban development.
All right.
Because when we build cities, we will concentrate a lot of people living in a limited geographic area.
I see.
And it will create a lot of problem because those urban residents, they will need to consume resources from that city or in the nearby area.
I see.
They will also need to commute from space of work to space of living.
I see.
And to space of shopping. And the commute or the travel will create a lot of traffic congestions, air pollution issues. And then after people's consumption, there's a lot of waste needs to be dealt with.
I see.
And the waste itself is a source of environmental pollution. So, and also there's often higher crime rate in urban area.
I see.
So when we create a city, it will cause a lot of issues.
I see.
And the urban studies is a study to analyze those issues, try to provide solutions to deal with those issues.
I see. In other words, the urban study focuses on the impact or negative impact while city development, urban development, try to get a resolution to it.
Yes.
Right. And from that point on, you enlarged your focus, your field of focus, and you enlarged it to whole environmental protection, quite a concept expand.
Yes.
Right, good. So, and the second thing is that I noticed on the news about your China visit and the China influence. I know that you are becoming very influential in China already. And in China, as we understand, as everybody knows, with the population, with the land, with the fast development, it is also facing an environmental problem. So And your total concept, including this visit, please?
I in fact I start my lecture journey to China since 1992.
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite a long time ago.
Oh, you see.
But in the beginning, I visit China probably once a year.
I see.
Nowadays, become 2 or even 3 times a year.
I see.
The focus of the journey is to advocate, is to promote people's awareness of the importance of environmental pollution.
I see.
Because it affects our health, human health.
Okay.
We don't want to, go too deep in economic development and come out with a return that hurts our life, our health.
All right.
So the focus is to tell people and make them be aware of the importance, so they will take action to protect the environment, which means they protect their own health, their own life. Yeah.
All right. Exactly. I feel very grateful to people like Dr. Huang, because without them keeping a voice out there to keep warning you, to keep reminding you that's the problem you have to think about, or otherwise you're committing yourself a suicide.
Yes.
Right? It's a suicidal situation right now we're talking about. And it's quite natural. We created atom theory, and the atom bombs kill. Right? We create nuclear, and nuclear faces a proliferation issue. Right? It goes on and on. Industrial, revolution brings us where we are today, and yet all the problems we're facing are outcome of the Industrial Revolution.
Yes.
So things all have, like each coin has 2 faces, and I appreciate the fact that there are people such as Dr. Huang confronted with the problem and come up with the solution, right? So in China, how many cities you have visited so far?
Many cities, but in this trip that I just returned 3 days ago, I went to Dalian, Shenyang, Jinan, as well as Changchun.
I see. So what did you do in each of the city, starting from Changchun? You started Dalian first, right?
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
what did you do with Dalian?
I went to different universities, pay a visit and communicated with college leaders.
I see.
Such as deans or chairpersons, and set up a time for me to engage speeches to faculties and students.
I see.
And the topic that I delivered in those universities, doesn't matter which city, are mainly focused on a theme, what I called blue environmentalism.
Blue environmentalism.
Right.
Why blue? You're talking about ocean?
Yes. Ocean, river, water bodies.
I see. They're all blue. Water is blue. Roses
as
red.
Well as our sky. Yes.
Right. Blue is our sky.
Yeah.
All we wish is blue. Every time when the bad weather and the bad pollution weather comes, such as the foggy situation, so you don't even see the blue skies, right? Okay.
No.
And there is a black something mentioned in the theme. What is the black?
Black means, we have a black top. And black top represents our dark roof, our dark road. Those are surface material that facilitate the development of urban heat island effect.
I see.
We have too much dark area, dark surface, made the city much warmer than the rural area. And when the city living becomes too hard, the way for people to deal with is turn on the air conditioning. Whenever you turn on the air condition, it consumes electrical power. And our electricity is generated by burning coal.
And you
or
burn more
oil.
coal, right?
Yes.
It goes on. It's like a cycle, right?
Yes,
okay, very
exactly.
good. So back to my audience today. If you just turn on the TV, here's a little briefing. We're talking about environmental control, environmental protection. Joining me is my good friend, is a reliable person of the advocate of environmental protection, Dr. Ed Huang. I know him 10 years, I guess. Yeah. So let's take a very short moment. When we come back, we'll continue to find about his activities in China before we come back to the States, find out what's going on here around us. Stay with us.